Okay, so I've now applied my clear lacquer to my star, and I now have to get rid of all of these extra pewter that is around my star. So we're not going to cut it out, we're going to fold them over. So I've already done this star. So what I've done is I've cut in between the internal corners. I've cut the top corner in half, and then I cut it off at an angle so that when we fold it over, the corners can overlap and not stick out. And we will then use our glue to adhere the two stars together. Additionally, I've added another piece of pewter, which is just off-cut pewter that was left over from my edges, onto the center at the bottom of the star. And we do this because I need a clean area where I can put glue to stick our copper pipe. So at the end of the day, we're going to stick our copper pipe right in the center to both of our stars. So I've just used a normal copper pipe, and I polished it, and I applied a little bit of pewter at the top so that when I turn my star over, where it comes out, it is pewter, and then it goes over into the copper. You can also cover your whole copper pipe with pewter if you want to. I've just done the top part. So if we look at the folding part, so I've cut out triangles like this. So it's just removing all of the extra pewter. So I just cut out a triangle so that I have a nice star shape. Then I cut a straight line to the internal edge, a straight line to the point, and I do this all around. Be very careful not to cut the pewter on your star. Okay, so now I'm going to cut these edges a little bit skew so that when I fold them over, they don't stick out at the other side of the star. There we go. So now we are ready to fold over our edges. So I'm just going to fold them over. So we're going to use all of these edges at the back to adhere the two stars together. Since we are filling with beeswax, the glue will not stick to the beeswax. So I've decided that this will be the top part of my star. So at the bottom here, I now need to go and adhere an off-cut piece of pewter, which we will use to adhere our copper pipe. The same as what I've done here. So I'm going to let my star lie on my soft surface. I've got a bit of resin on a piece of paper, which is my 2-part glue. And then I'm going to use a toothpick just to mix the two together. I'm going to remove that piece of pewter, and I'm going to apply some of the glue on the edges and at the bottom. I can then place that extra piece of pewter on top. And now I need to let this dry completely. So depending on the type of epoxy glue that you use, mine takes about 10 minutes to completely set. So I'm going to put that star aside and I'm going to continue with the next one. So this one I've already glued down and it's already stuck. It's dry. So I'm going to use this one first, and we're going to apply glue to our copper stick and to the pewter to glue this stick down. So I'm using the same epoxy resin, and I'm going to apply a generous amount of epoxy resin or epoxy glue. And then I'm going to adhere my copper stick to it. And now I just need to leave that to dry. Okay, so my glue has now dried completely. So as you can see, the star is nicely stuck to my copper pipe and it's nice and secure. I can pick it up and I can turn it over. So we now need to fix the two stars together. So what we would like to do at the end of the day is we want to have these two stars hopefully nicely aligning. So we need to apply some of our resin glue on each one of these corners so that we can adhere the star together. And you're going to have a little bit of a space at the bottom like that, but that's fine. Okay, so now we're going to apply our resin glue to all of our edges. So I've already got 2 equal parts of my glue. I just need to mix them together. So I'm going to apply a generous amount of glue on top of the copper pipe so that I can again adhere to the extra piece of pewter that we applied. And then I'm going to apply a nice layer of glue all around my star. Okay, so now we can apply the 2 stars and apply some pressure. So now I'm going to get out. Okay, so now I'm going to use some of these clamps just to clamp down the edges to make sure that they stick together. Okay, so now I just need to leave this to dry completely, and then we are done. Okay, I've removed all of my little clamps and my star is now completely dry, so I can now go and hang it on my tree. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and that you've created a beautiful new star for your Christmas tree. Happy holidays!